Hello everyone, welcome to Data to Info. In today's video, we will look at what is pagination or how we can do pagination in web scraping and how we can scrape the multiple contents from multiple pages. So, as name suggests, what is pagination? Pagination something has to do with the pages, right? So on a website, it's not like there will be only one page and you have to scrape the content from only one page, right? It doesn't make any sense. There can be a multiple pages like this. On this website, there are multiple pages. On bottom, you can see page number 1, 2, 3, 4 till 132, 133. Lot of pages over there, right? So you can see that this much number of pages can be there. So how we can scrape the content from all these pages? So in our earlier lecture, if you didn't see, I would suggest that please go and check it out there. So we saw a bit of code over there that how we can scrape all links from a single page and create a file and put the content, the transcript into a single file. We saw this in our last lecture. So in today's lecture, we will go a little further. What we will do, we will go and learn pagination. Okay. So first thing first, pagination can be done in BeautifulSoup as well as in Selenium as well as in Scrapy. The pagination in Selenium and Scrapy are a bit more easy to learn than in BeautifulSoup. So BeautifulSoup, it is a little complicated, you can say, but not that much complex, but a little bit of complex. Okay, so we will see in terms of Selenium and Scrapy in our further lectures. But right now, just to understand purpose, quick demo I will give you. Alright, how the pagination works in BeautifulSoup. Alright, let's get started. So this is our earlier lecture code. So we will code on top of this only. So let's do a quick review that what we did. We requested the root URL. We created the object, soup object. We parsed it and we accessed the article elements or tags, and we went to each link. Right? There were multiple links. We put those links in a links list. We accessed each link, went inside it, and we scraped two things, which is title and transcript, and we put the transcript of each link into a file. We made a file for each link respectively, and we put the transcript inside it and stored it in our local. Alright, this is what we will gonna do here as well, but for multiple pages with pagination. So how we can do that? Let's get started. So this thing will remain as it is. Alright, where we access the URL, we get the get request, we get the content, the text content of it, and we do the we make or create the object using BeautifulSoup. After that, let's go for pagination. So let's create a variable pagination, which will contain what will it will contain? It will contain the elements. So let's go on the side and let me show you what I mean by that. So on this page, I went to movies section. Okay, so please take a look at URL, how it is changing on changing of the every page or every parameter of it, how the URL is changing. We have to go according to that. Alright, after going to the movies section, we have to start or filter with the movies with the name A, B, C, D, E. You can go any of this with. Let's go with the A. Right click on A. Alright. So you can see the URL has changed. The domain is sublinksscript.com slash this section name. What section name is? Movies letter hyphen A. As I clicked on A, this section has come up in the URL. In that section, there are multiple pages over there. You can see multiple pages over there. So you have to scrape these all pages. Alright, from 1 to till 132 pages, I guess. You can just go and do inspect this and see what's inside this pagination. So this section is called pagination. If you are a front-end developer or have some knowledge about the front-end, so this thing is called pagination. Let's just inspect this real quick. Alright, okay. As you can see, let me highlight this first. This thing, pagination. Alright, perfect. You can see this is enclosed under UL, that is unordered list, and class name is pagination. So remember that class name is pagination under UL element. Alright, inside that there are many li tags. Inside each li tag you will find your page number. Okay, so let me just highlight this first page. See, in this li tag, the first page text is 1, second page text is 2. So likewise, inside UL there is multiple li tags. We have to access multiple li tags. First access UL with the class pagination, and then access each li tags with the class page hyphen item. Got it? Li tag with class page hyphen item, UL tag with class pagination. So let's go to the editor and do that. How to find, you know the code, how to find, we have to find a single element, so we will use find. If we have to find the multiple elements, we have to write the find all. Okay, so single element, soup object dot find. Inside find, we write the UL comma class name. Class underscore is equal to, what is the class name? Pagination. Pagination was the class name. Alright. So what we did, we got the pagination, that box, the whole box. Inside that box there were multiple pages, and it's residing inside this variable. So we will use this variable only, the reference variable pagination. You have to go inside that, so dot find. Now I have to do find all. Why find all? Because we have to find multiple elements inside this UL. What are those multiple elements? The multiple elements are li tags, right? Comma with the class name underscore. What was the class name? If you remember, page item, right? Page item. You can see page item, right? All right, great. So what we got this each individual pages, right? So let's put it in a variable, that is pages. Pages is equal to this whole thing. Alright, okay. So we got the pagination box, we got the pages. Then what remains? Okay, now there is a catch. There is one catch that if you take a closer look inside this UL, if you go to the second last, it indicates this 132 page. See, if you hover over it, it indicates this 132, right? But it is not the last. There is one more thing. If you hover over it, it indicates this greater than wala symbol, this greater than symbol. But we don't want this symbol. This is not a page, right? Is this a page? No, this is not a page. This is just a symbol to go backward and forward. But it also considering it as the same item inside that bigger item. Alright. So we want to exclude that. So the page ends over here only, but its class name is also same. So that's why it also indicating that this is also page number. But we don't want that. So we have to look carefully to this stuff. Alright. So just pay attention. So how we can exclude this thing? Let me show you. So we have to take the last page, let's say last page, into this variable. How we can do? We can access all the pages, square bracket. If we do minus, we start with the last one, the last page or last item, -2, the second last item, -3, the third last item. Okay, we want second last item because the -1 is a symbol, a icon. We don't want that. So -2 is the last page. Okay, so we will use this variable further. All right. After that, everything remains same. Okay, so let's just do one more thing. What we can do? Okay, we created the pagination. Then there is a box which do these articles. But after that, okay, let's just do one more thing. We have to also change the root. If you must realize that this root is different from our earlier page, and the root that we are getting, the URL we are getting, is quite different. Okay, so we have to put this section name movies underscore later hyphen a to our URL, to our website's URL. So after root hyphen, it's not movies, it's movies underscore later hyphen a. Alright, so we will access this thing only. After that, what we will do, we will loop over all the pages. We got all the pages, whatever 130 pages, we will loop over it. How we can loop over it or iterate over it? Using for loop. Let's say we go with the simple for loop. For say page in range, we will go from first page till last page. So we will make the integer of it last page. Okay. And we will do +1 just so that we don't get the error of index out of bounds. Alright, so we have to do everything inside this, whatever we have to do. So what we have to do exactly? See, now there is two things. If you go on the page website, every page has some kind of similar content. On page number 1, what we do? We go to the URL, we understand the URL, we go to each and every links of the first page, we go inside that link, we scrape the title and transcript. We do similar thing for second page, we do similar thing for third page. So we have to write some code again, which is to basically write root, we have to access and request it again and pass it again inside this for loop. Inside this for loop, let me give this indentation correct. Okay, all right, now you can see we are accessing this root, then we are accessing this website URL. Okay, but the URL here is quite different. then this URL. Alright, so let me get this URL as well. Let me go to the second page. Now I am on the first page. Let me go to the second page and see how the URL changes. There are some extra part to this URL. Let me explain that. What changed, and it will change for every pages. Alright, let me just put it over here and comment it out. Okay, see, the first part is a domain till.com slash. After that there is a section name movies later -a. After that there is this question mark thing, page is equal to 2. What is this called? This is called a query string. In the URL this is called a query string. So this took you to the second page. Similarly, the third page, the fourth page, as the number after is equal to changes, it takes you to this respective pages. So we have to write something for this query string as well. But we don't have this thing over here. So what we will do, we have to write this query thing. Let's write. So we'll copy this thing over here. Okay. But there is one more thing, that the page number is 2 and it's not changing. How can do? So this page number, we want it to paste over here. Instead of 2, write in curly braces page. On each page, it changes, right? So the respective pages will get parsed accordingly. Now you must have got it, this for loop, that why we are doing this again, why we are requesting this URL again, because on every page when we click, the URL changes, so we have to do this thing again. Alright, okay, after that this article we element we accessed and scrape the main article class, so this is remains the same as earlier. Then this thing happens. Okay, so let me do one more thing. This whole thing from below, it comes under this upper for loop. Alright, this is the part of the upper for loop, so let me give this the indentation. Alright, so in this for loop, this the whole thing comes till bottom. Alright, now I don't want this links, empty link list to create under each pages. So I will, what I will do, I will just cut it from here and paste it outside the for loop, above the for loop, so that we will just create only once, not every time. Alright, okay, so that makes sense. Now what else? We got the links, we got let's not print it one more time. Let's remove that one. Okay, let's remove some extra code if we have any. Okay, this thing, what it does, it accesses the each link, and we went to each link and again parse the link, and we scrape the title and transcript and put it in a file. Okay, this is a similar thing that we did last time, so we don't have to, I think, change it much. Alright, okay, so okay, there is one more thing that I think it's the very last thing that we have to do. I just realized that, okay, look at here. Now there might be a case that you are going to each of these pages without looking at the pages. Alright, you are going to each of these pages, and there might be a case that you don't find what you are looking for. What we are looking for, we are looking for the title. If we go to any of this link, what we are looking for, we are looking for the title and then this transcript, right? So there might be a case that On some pages, the title might be missing or the transcript might be missing. In that case, your code will get failed. Your code will crash. What will you do? So for such purposes, for such reason, we have one thing in Python, that is exceptional handling. So we can do a little bit of exceptional handling with the keyword try and except. If you are aware of it, try and accept. Alright, so we will do that thing after going to each link. Alright, after going to each link, not on each page, on each link, because on every page there must be a link, but inside every link there might be a possibility that the transcript or title might not be there. So inside each link means this, under this for loop we have to do a try except block. So just copy this whole thing and put it under try. Very good. Give your indentation proper. Correct. Then write except and we can just write pass, or we can pass it, or we can do a little more like print it. Print something. Let's say the link is not working. It's not working. As simple as that, right? And print the link as well. Print the link, whatever link we got, this link, print it. Okay, now let me just print this link on top of this as well. Runs fine. Okay, so everything seems to be same. The rest of the things seems to be same. We are printing the link, we are accessing it, we are blah blah blah, we are doing this here, blah blah blah. We are doing the same thing again and again and again. The only thing is that we are accessing it on multiple pages. That logic we have implemented. I hope everything must be same, should be same, and it should work. Okay, let's see. There is one more thing that I just realized again, that there are 132 pages. Now you can imagine if I run this code, there will be a lot of file will get created and stored into my local. I don't want that. So for demo purposes, I will just do it with 2 pages. Alright. So on each page there are like 32 links. So on 2 pages there will be 60 links, so 60 files will get created. You can imagine. So for 132 pages, how much file will get created? So I just want it to be only 2 pages. So what we can do, we can put a limit on these pages. Let's say how we can put limit over here, +1. We can do this like square colon 2, 0 to 2, only 2 pages we want. We can do this. Okay, just make this changes, save this change, and just run it real quick and look at on left hand side if the files get created. Okay, there is a bit error over here. Let me just debug it real quick. What happens? Okay, there it is on page number 15. Last page. For page in range 1 into last page +1 indicates 2. It seems to be fine for me. Okay, 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 got it. So we are accessing the last page. The last page must be text. We want to access the text, so it's coming as the whole thing, but we want only text part of it. So let's make these changes as well over here. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. Alright, so okay, now just clear your console and run it again. Now it is running fine. You can see on left hand side the files are getting created. Files are getting created. Wonderful. The code runs perfectly fine. If you open each of the file, you will find the transcript inside it. Okay. So this is a very simple code that you can run. So you understood how we did this pagination in Beautiful Soup. Alright. So you can do this with the Selenium and Scrapy as well. We will see it in our further lectures. I hope you must have liked it. Please comment down below if you think there must be some changes to do or you want any doubt to be cleared. And like this video and subscribe. Thank you.